So now we need to talk about angles that are more than one rotation or negative rotations. And how do we deal with that? So we use the fact that angles with the same terminal side will have the same sines, cosines, etc. So if your angle is in degrees and you've got an angle outside of 0 to 360, all we need to do is add or subtract 360 degrees until we get an angle on the unit circle. So until we get a unit circle angle we recognize. So if I want to find the sine of 420, that's the same as finding the sine of 420 minus 360, which is the sine of 60. So I go to the unit circle, I find 60 degrees, it's right here. I look at the y coordinate. Y coordinate is here, so that's radical 3 over 2. If we want the sine of negative 120, I've got options. I can either figure out and visualize where I would end up if the angle rotated negative 120 degrees, which is a great way to do it. Or you can say, well, let's just take negative 120 and add 360 so we get a positive angle. And that gives us the sine of 240 degrees. Going to the unit circle, let's see, that's right here. Looking at the y coordinate, negative root 3 over 2. Okay, but what if your angle is in radians? So we still need to add or subtract a rotation, but instead of using 360 degrees, because we're in radians, we are going to add or subtract 2 pi until we get a unit circle angle. So let's say I'm looking at cosine of 17 pi over 6. Well, 17 pi over 6 isn't on the unit circle. In fact, 17/6 is bigger than 2, so I know I need to subtract 2 pi. So this is the cosine of 17 pi over 6 minus 2 pi. We'll get a common denominator. So that's 17 pi over 6 minus 12 pi over 6. So I need the cosine of 5 pi over 6. So I'm going back to the unit circle and I'm looking for 5 pi over 6, which is here. I need the x coordinate because it's cosine. So that's negative root 3 over 2. So then the tangent of negative pi over 3. Again, I can either visualize starting at the initial side and rotating down negative pi over 3, which puts me here. Or I can say, all right, well, this is the tangent of negative pi over 3 plus 2 pi. Just add a rotation. Common denominator, it's tangent negative pi over 3 plus 6 pi over 3. So I'm looking at the tangent of 5 pi over 3. So that means I need the y coordinate over the x coordinate. So again, looking right here, y coordinates is negative root 3 over 2, not a room, and the x coordinate is 1/2. When I simplify all that, it's negative radical 3.